Good morning, Brevard County. My name is Alan Ross, and welcome to Brevard News. It's Thursday, August 21st, 2025, and today we're going to talk about Brevard County, and is it a MAGA county? Many of us in Brevard County have been working tirelessly to improve election integrity, to reduce our electric bills, to reduce our insurance bills. We fight to hold our public officials accountable. We're looking for good grassroots candidates all the time. And it's difficult, but there's so many of us working at this. But so many of us continue to ask the question, why are our representatives not doing the people's work? Most of you know the last few years, the Republican legislature in Tallahassee, which is controlled by Republicans, has given us nothing in terms of election integrity. So today we're going to talk about that in the terms of, are we a MAGA county? Most of you may not know that Brevard County is the second most Republican county in Florida, only behind Lee County. On a percentage basis, we dwarf the Democrats, and we should be winning every single election, and we do. The real issue is, are we really electing Republicans, and are we electing America First Republicans? If you think about it, our entire county commission is Republican. Our entire school board is Republican. All of our constitutional offices are Republicans. All of our representatives to Tallahassee are Republicans. All of our state senators who represent us in Tallahassee are Republicans. Yet, we're not getting the people's work done. Recently, a few days ago, President Trump, in a post on Truth Social, basically called again for the elimination of mail-in ballots and the elimination of electronic voting machines. So today we're going to suggest that every one of us in Brevard County take a test to see if we're truly a MAGA, America First Republican. So that first test should be with our own supervisor of elections, Tim Bovanek. Tim is elected Republican in a landslide recent victory in 2024. Will he support President Trump in eliminating mail-in ballots and eliminating electronic voting machines? We happen to think that he's doing a good job, but he doesn't have the courage to take that next step. The step that most of us here, most of the patriots in Brevard County want him to take. To break his shackles, the shackles that are upon him because he is a member of the Florida Supervisor of Elections, what I call Luncheon Club in Tallahassee. That it's a private group. They actually receive funding from the companies that make the voting machines. And they're run by a gentleman named David Ramba, who is probably the biggest lobbyist in Florida. So Tim, hear the call. We ask you today, will you support Donald Trump in these endeavors? Next up, Mike Herodopoulos. Mike is our representative in Washington. He's been on the news. He's doing all sorts of videos. He claims to be a MAGA Republican. I challenge Mike Herodopoulos. Are you a true MAGA Republican? Will you get out and encourage your fellow Republicans in Florida to vote and to work towards no mail-in ballots and no machines in Brevard County? It's a simple thing. You claim to be MAGA, America First. Let's see what happens. Next up, Debbie Mayfield, Tom Wright, our two senators from Brevard County, Robbie Brackett, Monique Miller, Brian Hodges, Tyler Soroy, and Chase Tremont, our Tallahassee delegation. We've got nothing from you in terms of election reform. Are you really America First Republicans? Will you support President Trump? It's a simple test. It's a yes or a no, and will you fight for it? Will you sponsor legislation to make this happen in Florida? Our school board, which is being plowed over by Tallahassee, and we're losing home rule rights each and every day, who are all Republicans, will you stand up and fight, pass a resolution supporting President Trump in terms of eliminating mail-in ballots and electronic voting machines? It's simple. Katie Delaney, Kim Atkinson, Rob Feltner, Thad Altman, Tom Goodson, do what's right. Let's see if you are America First. Can you do it? Next up, school board. Same idea. We ask all of our school board members to get in the fight and support President Trump. Support election integrity. Give the people back our country. Will you all support? No more mail-in ballots and no more election machines. Our constitutional offices, and at the top of the list, our Sheriff Wayne Ivey, who has probably the best political brand in Brevard. He's got hundreds of thousands of followers in his Brevard County Sheriff's Office Facebook account. Will you lead the way and support vocally President Trump in his quest to eliminate mail-in ballots and eliminate electronic voting machines? People, think about it. When you see your politicians, ask them this simple question. If they hesitate with their answer, they're not true America First Republicans. So ask them when you see them. Our governor, Ron DeSantis, are you a MAGA Republican or are you a globalist? What will you do to help President Trump? Will you lead the way and lead Florida to be the first state in the country that basically gets on board and eliminates mail-in ballots and electronic voting machines? We encourage you to write and ask. Ask our Senate President, Ben Alberton, or the Speaker of the House, Danny Perez, who control unimaginable amounts of money that affect our elections. Will they support President Trump and get rid of mail-in ballots? You know, there's one other group that should be right behind President Trump, and that's Evan Power, who runs the Republican Party of Florida. Most people don't realize that Evan Power is one of the biggest lobbyists in Florida. Ask him if he'll end his fight with MAGA and support President Trump in eliminating mail-in ballots in Florida. We happen to think that he won't agree to that. Our best hope starts with our own Brevard Republican Executive Committee. They've proven once again that they are MAGA and America First through and through. Recently, they basically issued a resolution supporting the elimination of unlimited amounts of spending in political committees, and have requested that our legislative delegation support the elimination of transfers between political committees, which is creating all sorts of dark money and issues in Florida. They had the chops to do it. So we're asking them to rise to the challenge again and propose propose a resolution and pass it that supports President Trump in this endeavor. So today we call this first part in a series, Ask Your Representatives, find out if they're truly America first. This is probably the easiest question. See what they say. Our guess is that most of them will not give you a straight answer. And if they do in fact say yes, it'll be a yes that has nothing behind it because they won't support or initiate legislation or a resolution to do anything about it. So you want to take your county back? Find out if you have America First Republicans in office. We need to work on so many issues. We need to get our home rule back. We need to lower our electric bills. We need to lower our insurance costs. We need to reestablish home rule in Brevard County. And probably at the top of the list, we have to stop the reckless overdevelopment in our county that ultimately the taxpayers are going to pay for. We need MAGA, America First Republicans on our county commission. Let's find out if we really have them. Thank you for watching and have a good day.